Have you seen the video segment of actor Ewan McGregor, who played young Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequel trilogy, selecting his lightsaber hilt for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace? I think that's such a cool moment, and it's captured on video, and it was part of this documentary called The Beginning, Making of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And that was originally included on the Star Wars Episode 1 DVD, but now the Star Wars YouTube channel actually has posted the entire documentary, the full thing in one video on their YouTube channel, so that's really awesome. I'm linking to that below for you guys. The whole documentary is really cool, but in particular, I really enjoyed seeing the part of Ewan McGregor selecting his lightsaber, and actually immediately preceding that, you get a little glimpse at him running through the lightsaber fight choreography with Ray Park, which is also pretty awesome because if you've seen the movie as many times as I have, that sequence that they go through, that sequence of moves will look very familiar to you, and it might give you kind of a flashback to the movie. Except in this choreographed sequence, a kind of practice trial run, the actors shake hands at the end, so that's something that made the final cut of the film, as far as I know. Obi-Wan Kenobi did not shake hands with Darth Maul. Correct me if I'm wrong. But following that segment in the documentary, Ewan McGregor is shown this box that has a variety of lightsaber hilts into it. If you're a diehard fan, you can identify which hilt goes to which Jedi ultimately. Most noticeably, you'll see that Qui-Gon Jinn's hilt is also in there, and some of the other Jedi, you guys will probably recognize it. But Ewan McGregor, he kind of looks over each of the hilts, and he picks out one that looks like this. This is a Corbinth, by the way, Corbinth OWK, so custom saber. But anyway, it looks kind of like this. And he kind of, examines it like this, like anybody would in that situation, and there's a blade attached to it. And, he flips it around a little bit, and then at the very end he says, "I think that's my one," and he picks it. So it's just a really cool scene. I think as a viewer, it connects us to Ewan McGregor. Like, imagine if you had that opportunity to select a lightsaber like that, just out of a box of, I don't know, there might have been like 5 or 6 of them. And he's just looking through them, kind of examining them, and selecting his favorite. I mean, geez, as a fan, any one of us would, I don't know, we'd go crazy if we had that situation. I was going to say we'd give a hand for it, but, that's maybe not a good Star Wars joke to put in there. But yeah, it's so cool, you guys. And I remember that scene too, like that moment in the documentary. I haven't seen the whole documentary recently, but that specific moment in the documentary has stuck out in my head for years. It's something about it was so fascinating and such a draw, so memorable to me, probably as memorable as it was to Ewan McGregor, selecting out the hilt that way. So take a look at that clip. I'll link to it below. Feel free to watch the whole documentary as well, and let me know what you guys think. That's one of my favorite parts of that documentary. Ewan McGregor selecting his lightsaber hilt for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.